Hello everyone! Welcome to Messy Hearts, where we help people who seek advice for their troubled relationships and lives. Listen carefully and share your experience down in the comments below to help those who seek it. We hope you enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's head on to the first story. Story 1. I found out about some apparent cheating, brought it up with my partner, now I don't know what to think. What do you think after reading this? This will be long, but I will need to be as detailed as possible so as to not leave info out or appear biased. Here goes, and for context, we see each other usually every 3 to 4 months even though we are LDR. A while back I posted that I had a moment of weakness and decided to go through my partner's phone. We are in a LDR. She is in Japan, I am in Canada. I found a lengthy set of messages going back almost a year with someone who was setting up monthly or sometimes maybe 2 times a month meetings. First I thought maybe this was her part-time cleaning job, but then when I translated the messages, it was a lot of setting up meetings during dates and times she told me he was working. The messages seemed to be quite friendly, with things written by the guy like, "I really enjoyed our talk," or "looking forward to meeting." This all seemed a bit much for me. So I made a note of the dates and times and decided this was a bit too much. It was the message that said, "I forgot to bring mineral water. The tea at the hotel should be fine." I lost my composure and asked her about what this was. Who is this person? Why is she meeting him at a hotel frequently, and why on earth is mineral water needed? Because it sounds to me like a love hotel is the meeting place, and water would be because, well, you're getting dehydrated in the scheduled 2 hours you are meeting. Her response: "Because we just meet up, talk for a few hours and go, I get thirsty." She told me then, "Here is his number, call him and find out why we are meeting." I declined because he doesn't speak English and I doubt he would put himself in that position, and went on to tell me the following story. He loaned me around $5,000, equivalent 12 years ago, to help me with my move from city to city when he worked in the same business as her. But she never paid him back. When she moved back to her hometown, they ran into each other and he reminded her she still owed him that money. So rather than pay him back extra for waiting so long, he wants her to help him out by pretending to be his new GF on the side, and she can pay him back when they meet up and occasionally send messages. That seems like he is seeing someone. And that he wants to divorce his wife and suspects she is cheating on him, so he is trying to get her back. Well, there are several inconsistencies that I can't stop thinking about, so I proceeded to grill. Why do you need to meet in a love hotel to do this? Why not just e-transfer? 'Cause my name will be attached to the e-transfer. Why does it need to be a secret paying him back? To not cause issues in his personal life with the e-transfer and name attached to it. If he wants a pretend girlfriend, why do you need to meet in secret? Why is he charging you interest, and why did you agree to this if you never agreed to interest on the payment in the first place? And why would you let this affect your personal relationship? I panicked when I saw him and agreed to his arrangement. Who pays for the love hotel? He does. So he has you pay him back in installments and reverses the entire need to pay him back by paying for the 2 hours at a hotel? That's his decision. I don't have any care what he does or how he does it. So what do you do there? Talk? Drink? Just talk on the couch? Aren't there other places you can do that? Like meet and give him the money in a car and that be it? In Japan, it's not unusual to meet at love hotels for things other than sexual reasons, meetings too. It is unfortunate, but she is unfortunately paying for the mistakes of her past today and was too embarrassed to tell me about it or find a way out of it than what was laid out by this guy as a plan. So now I am completely confused because this all seems strange to me. I can't stop thinking about the entire thing and how wrong this feels. We are planning to close the gap and take steps to build a life together, but this just really has me second-guessing my entire plan. A few days later, I told her I wanted to write a message to him for her that she would send and be done with it. She did send it to him immediately while in front of me, and showed me his message when he replied. Said the following: "Hi, my boyfriend knows about our meetings and now thinks I have been cheating on him with you and having sex because he has seen our messages and because we meet at love hotels in secret. I can no longer meet you. Either me or my boyfriend will send the money I owe you to your account. Once that is done, I will block and delete you. Your suggestion to meet with a pretend girlfriend is going on too long and is affecting my personal life. I don't know if I can repair my relationship, so once I receive your account information, I will send the money, and this arrangement is complete. I did not sign anything agreeing to payment of interest, so therefore you will receive what is remaining. If you do not agree to this, then consider my time the remainder of the payment. I don't want to be involved in your own family issues regarding divorce either. Once payment is complete, do not try to contact me. He replied later the next day saying, I don't know why I'm suddenly getting this message now, but yes, I know about your boyfriend and apologize if this causes an issue. I wish you both happiness and you don't need to pay me anything back. He didn't mention, but we did have sex and you were cheating. He just accepted and moved on. This caused me to now think maybe she is telling the truth. Regardless, after this I watched her block, delete and remove all trace from her phone. In Japan, most people chat online app and you don't actually have contact info, just a profile. So I was content with that step. Regardless, she just extended her stay with me for another 2 months, and part of me just wants to send her home, but another part of me wants to believe her. Problem is, whenever we have sex, all I can think about is what they were maybe doing together, and it is complicating my enjoyment or ability to move on. I told her this and also said, please, if anything has happened, I need to know, or I will just simply keep thinking something happened. And not be able to trust when you go home again because of how easy it was for you to send me voice messages saying you were going to work, or coming home from work when in fact you were doing something else entirely. I don't know what to do or how to move on from this. I'm stuck and just need some sort of an outsider view of what to think here. Thanks all. What piece of advice would you give to OP? Let us know down in the comments, and let's move on to our next story. Story 2. I feel like I'm physically and mentally rejecting my boyfriend, and I don't know how or if I can ever be okay with our relationship again. How do I move forward? My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. We've talked marriage, family, engagement, and plan to move forward with that. I do genuinely love him with everything in my heart. However, the last 3 months have been really hard. Like really hard. He's been beyond stressed with work. I feel like I'm his emotional punching bag. He comes home stressed, and while he doesn't think he's being mean, he is. Our arguments have been anxiety-inducing, sometimes leaving me shaking in a panic attack, locked in a bathroom because he won't stop screaming. This hasn't always been our relationship. Literally just the past 3 months since work has been really hard on him. For over 1.5 years, our relationship was perfect. He was always kind, generous, loving, and so sweet. Open with his feelings. He has really bad anxiety. He had an ex-wife who just up and left him while he was on a business trip. No warning, she just disappeared until the divorce paperwork needed to be completed. Then he never saw her again. This is why he says he freaks out in arguments. He says he tries to prevent getting hurt again by doing what hurt him. Meaning there's been times he's kicked me out of the house, he owns it, and told me not to come back. Eventually he calls me and begs me to come home and that he's sorry. Sometimes in these arguments he said incredibly vile things like that I'm a lazy piss, that I can't keep a job. I was laid off a few months ago from tech, but I've been working and paying my portion bills by doing freelance work while I apply and interview, and uses vulnerable things I've told him against me when he's mad. He says he does this on purpose because of his anxiety. Our most recent argument was the worst. It was while his parents were in town, and he not only lashed out at me but at them. They profusely apologized and said his behavior wasn't okay, and said that they thought it was time to talk to him about more therapy and medication. He has agreed to this. Our last couple weeks and small arguments have went way better than they have the last few months. I want to believe things will change. But I've grown resentful of him. When he touches me, it's like my body rejects him. When he asks me for kisses or hugs or any kind of affection, I can't stand it. He ordered me flowers and snacks to be delivered while he was on a work trip in the last week, and before I was always excited and felt loved. When I got them this time, it almost made me sad. Normally on his work trips, I miss him and want to go visit him. This time I wanted him to stay longer. I enjoyed being home by myself. I love him. I want to make this work. Before this summer, I always saw him as a man who would be a great dad and husband. But now I have anxiety for the future. Will he be a great dad when there's times he's stressed at work and our baby is crying? When I'm pregnant, will he ever kick me out when he's mad? I just can't shake those feelings and worries. He says he's willing to put the work in, and he's showing that with some things, but I'm finding it hard to forget some of the things he has said. It's like when he says something positive to me, now I just hear the other words. I don't believe the nice and loving things. Is there a way to move past this? Would couples therapy help? Is it a lost cause? I want my future with him. He swears he wants it with me, but I'm finding it so hard to move past what has happened the last few months. How do you rekindle romance after a rough patch in a relationship? Thank you for watching. All advice is welcomed and will help these people to resolve the things that trouble them. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you think. And never forget that your smile is your best feature. Wear it proudly.